Hello and welcome to Cutting to the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben and this week I'm hanging out with Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
Today, well, what are we talking about this week, Gaz?
UFOs in space.
Which I think, if you're going to see a UFO, I think it's going to be in space.
Well, it depends. What the fuck am I doing in space?
You weren't a cosmonaut, were you?
He's
I'd rather see-
brainwashed by a numbers station.
That's what happens at night. I never sleep.
You
I clock on as a cosmonaut. I don't mind. I get what you're saying. You'd rather see videos of them in space,
well, it's a natural habitat, isn't it?
not
Yeah, but
videos of them in the.
Not many
supermarket.
people are in space. I think most sightings are on Earth, surely.
Well, yeah, they are, but I mean, they're in their natural habitat in space, aren't they?
Well, we don't know, do we?
Well, it could be. They're
Be interdimensional.
if they're
Interdimensional
spaceships,
True.
then they should be in space.
Or are
If they exist.
Of course they exist.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain they exist at this point. In what form? Who knows?
Yeah, but there's something.
Gotta be something.
I'm still leaning towards that Miami Mall thing was genuinely 10-foot tall shadow aliens. Release the footage!
That was all a bit strange, wasn't it?
Yeah. Release the footage.
Naughty teenagers send every car in the fucking city.
Yeah.
Weird.
Unless it was a balls up and...
Maybe somebody hacked them
Yeah.
and they all got the same signal and...
Or it got reported wrong and it could have been that someone just said it was a terrorist attack and that's the code it went out on and it's like everyone to the fucking mall kind of thing.
And it was just a few kids with fireworks and I'm like, oh fuck.
I don't know, I did see a video of a giant shadow demon running around outside.
I've seen some.
Well,
Grainy
yeah.
footage.
I've seen
Probably fake.
I've seen some
Troubling.
compelling mobile phone footage.
Did you try and show us some of that one?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Compelling. Very, very compelling. Fascinating.
Did more convincing special effects in the 70s.
Is that the one where it looked like they'd recorded on VHS?
Yeah, they put it on there for the authentic grainy look.
Yeah, but mobile phones filmed in HD.
And no, because the aliens, they affect
God.
the recording
Does
process.
that mean when they land, everything will be back into VHS quality?
Yep, that's what's going to happen.
That's
Oh,
a side
shit.
effect, is it? Oh, God.
I did watch my Forest video recently, the 94-95 season on VHS. Fucking awful quality, you know. How did we put up with that?
It was all we had.
Well, you've been spoilt now. You're a 4K whore.
Fucking around with the tracking for ages,
the
trying to get it
tracking.
right. Fuck me.
No, you just have to
No wonder
wait.
these things died out.
Oh, this bit's worn out. Why's this bit worn out?
Yeah.
It's just a coincidence that it's the sex scene. It's a coincidence at the opening of Lethal Weapon 1 where that woman wanders around with her tits out and then jumps off the balcony. There's a reason why that bit specifically is worn out. But I don't know it. Tits were hard to come by.
Oh, they were. So we had to come by.
Why's the Total Recall video got all weird, guys? 3 tits! If you put it on slow-mo for 10 hours, it's bound to fuck the tape. Well, just those same 3 frames. Nearly burned the fucking house down.
Oh no, we had cable, so I had the German channels.
For like 10 minutes.
No, the German channels late at night.
Oh yeah, with like Red Shoe
Hardcore.
Diaries.
No, it was actually hardcore fucking
Right.
porn, yeah. It was German, innit?
That does explain your love of Shizer movies.
Yeah.
Certainly does.
They'll never understand today. I've wanked off to the sound of porn. Remember when the channels were all scrambled? You could hear it. They don't know they're fucking born. You can see vague shapes. I swear that was a tit. I was probably wanking off some bloke's arse cheek, and I'm convinced myself it's a giant boob. Oh, they don't know they're bored. Anyway, UFOs in space, Ben.
Yeah. UFOs in space.
In space, no one can hear you wank.
No, but they can see the evidence very clearly when it starts floating through the fucking capsule.
I saw this video earlier. That
You have to wank into a bag.
Well, yeah. I know we've discussed it before, but this video showed it in. So it's a 3D image of like a body in space, but the skin and the organs were see-through, so you could see everything inside. And we've talked about it before. What would happen? It showed it in great detail, like your body balloon into twice its size, and like the water in your eyeballs start boiling from the outside in.
Oh,
so you essentially the moisture in your body boils. You boil from the outside in. You explode. You expand. But point is, there'd be a few seconds where your cock would be twice the size, and you could get in one last power space wank. You've got 10 seconds.
While the rest of me cooks.
Yeah. Look at the size of it. I don't know why I'm naked.
Why are you naked in space?
Because the
in this
people on the
scenario?
space station got so annoyed with me, they've ejected my naked body into space. Enough of him. All the instrumentation is clogged up.
We're lucky we can get the airlock control button to work.
There's spaff everywhere I turn, it's just spaff. The air is thick with spaff. So that's why I was in space naked.
There we go.
Well, what a wild intro it's been.
Anyway, you know that there's UFO sightings in space?
Yeah, apparently so.
For most of modern history, unidentified flying objects were framed as a terrestrial problem.
Which is weird because they're extraterrestrial.
Yeah, well, that's what we used to think.
Yeah.
Shapes darting across the radar screens, encounters near military bases and nuclear facilities. The sky was the stage. And from the earliest days of spaceflight, astronauts and cosmonauts have reported, well, the ones that came back. Wasn't many of them. 2, maybe, I don't know. If you believe the missing cosmonaut theory.
Yeah, they fudged
was
the
an early
numbers,
episode,
don't they?
wasn't it?
Yeah, we've done that.
We have. Actually, one of the... I can fully believe it. I can just fully believe
Oh
it.
yeah, they'll never admit how many people blew up on the ground or in the atmosphere. Well, everything was perfect. We're Russian.
Of course, glorious socialist rocket. Look at it.
Why have all those faces been scratched out the photograph? Don't look.
Off to the gulag with you, comrade. So, they've reported seeing strange lights, objects manoeuvring outside known physics, and anomalies. Yes. Captured on film that resist simple explanation. Some of these reports were dismissed as misinterpretations, stress responses, or equipment defects. Well, that's what they would say.
Well, yeah.
Others were quietly classified. A few, like the STS-75 tether incident, which we'll look at in more detail for the chunk of this episode, listener, slipped into the public domain almost by accident, raising questions that remain unresolved decades later. Now, we're not going to claim definitive proof of extraterrestrial intelligence, even if we're all...
Aren't we?
Well, yeah, I am.
I was going to say.
That's
break.
It's been my thing for 9 years, you know. I mean, I think I am 100% off the fence. Something is visiting us, whether it's alien or extraterrestrial.
I'm certainly leaning towards that.
I agree.
All the millions of sightings, you know, radar images, the video images we've seen.
Well, you know, and like the government releasing videos and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty big step forward,
And the
isn't
fact
it?
they're lying cunts.
Well, yeah. But then you've got like...
Kelly Hopkinsville, let's not forget that.
Then you've got the
Maybe
actual
not that.
fighter pilots that filmed it going, yeah, I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was really weird.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not saying all of them are. Most of them probably have, you know, normal sort of fucking explanations, but...
I think they live in the ocean.
I do think there's a case for that. I mean, we don't know a lot about the bottom of the ocean. We can't get down there.
No.
And if these things can... I mean, maybe the Titanic was sunk by a USO.
Water people. Oh, God. They're going to be all smelly and fishy, aren't they? Oh, I can't fuck one of them.
There might not be. Have you ever seen the film Abyss?
I've seen Abyss,
Yeah.
many long time ago. Aren't they made out of water? Isn't it like a water being?
Kind of, yeah.
Still have a go.
And this is how you become that superhero. What was it again?
I can't remember. It's something unflattering.
Yeah.
Is it Cum Man?
Cum Man, yeah. So is that how you become Cum Man?
I thought we'd retired Cum Man. Moving on.
He's back, Cum Man 2.
Aliens.
Instead, now we explore an uncomfortable possibility that official explanations may be incomplete, selectively framed, or constrained by institutional incentives that favour dismissal over investigation. At the same time, it will rigorously examine counter-arguments from physics, optics, psychology, and aerospace engineering, because conspiracy without scrutiny collapses into belief and not inquiry.
Wise words.
Oh, I'm still down for the aliens. I don't care what they say. So, let's go to the early space flight. Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo. Those were NASA's first ones. Now, their official narrative of early spaceflight is clean and heroic, as it should be in their glorious capitalist Nazi-run space organisation.
Yeah, Russians got there first, didn't they?
Into space with Gagarin, yeah.
And Sputnik.
And Sputnik. I think they did better names in America, though. Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo are a lot better than Sputnik.
Sputniks, isn't it? It's just that stupid, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Now, astronauts...
There was an old wrestler, in the, I think it's the 60s and the 70s, and to be a bad guy, he called himself Sputnik Monroe.
Wow.
What a name. Everyone just assumed he was Russian.
Of course, I bet he had a Russian hat.
What a name. Sputnik Monroe. Nobody would call their kids Sputnik.
Not outside of Russia.
What, is it a significant name for the Russians?
I don't know what it means, to be honest.
Shall I find out?
Yeah, I like the early space race days, though, because it was something kind of noble and pure. I know it was like two superpowers and a missile gap. You know, if you can get something into space, then you can hit us with a missile. But at the same time, there is something quite noble about it all.
Sputnik is a Russian word meaning travelling companion
Oh.
or fellow traveller.
Wow.
Isn't
Still
that
not as good
nice?
as Apollo, is it?
Nah, Apollo! On your face.
Astronauts trained rigorously, followed checklists and returned safely. Yet, buried beneath press releases and public transcripts are odd fragments, offhand comments, redacted audio, and post-retirement interviews that suggest a more complicated reality.
Yeah. That astronaut Edgar Wright, was
Edgar
it?
Mitchell.
That's it.
Yes, we'll mention him shortly. Now, I'm going to sort of address an elephant in the room slightly. I am not covering the Armstrong encounter on the moon in this episode, because I think we can do a full episode on it. But for the listener, there is audio that was removed. They when the guys landed on the moon, if you believe that, which I think they did. They switched to a private channel, the medical channel, for no particular reason, because everything was fine. Now, part of that audio was then lost, but ham radio operators picked it up, and he was like, there's a load of them over there behind the crater, they've been watching us, we've got flying objects, they're shadowing us. I'm not sure if there was some kind of message communicated.
Does that survive today?
I don't know. We can have a look for the recording. I've seen the transcripts.
Transcript is nothing, is it?
We have touched on it as well, yeah. But it's compelling, nonetheless. Why switch channels? Is that why the original moon landing footage was lost? Because they were filming UFOs shadowing the lunar lander?
Well, you know my theory, don't you?
What's that?
Well, we went there, but what we saw wasn't...
Yeah.
That was the stuff they filmed with Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, with the strings
Yeah.
and the
Because
trampolines.
they saw flying
Yeah.
saucers on the moon and maybe alien bases.
And perhaps they knew that's what they were going to find.
What if they found human remains?
Well, maybe.
Somebody said there were structures, wasn't there? And
Dark Side the Moon was meant to be structures. Who was it? It was a remote viewer, and he's got a cool name, and I can't remember what it is.
Why don't
Indigo Swan.
That's him, Indigo Swan.
Why don't we tell Trump that the moon's been taking the piss out of him, and he fires a nuke at it, and it spins it round, and we can have a look at the other side? I'm sure it's physically possible. I'm sure.
The danger might be that it might actually block the moon
Yeah.
and fuck our orbit.
Tides would
Surely
go
there's-
crazy, we'd have massive tsunamis.
Well, it'd be worth it to see them structures.
What, for the 30 seconds you've got left?
There's got to be a way of spinning it round, or maybe just flying.
Have you never
round
said
on the side
moon?
of it.
No, what's it called?
It is,
Is it called
Moonfall? or something?
Moonfall, that's it.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
seen it, but
I tried
heard
to
it's
watch it.
shite.
Wasn't winning me over.
No, it's pants.
It didn't win me over. Astronaut Gordon Cooper, a Mercury 7 veteran, later stated publicly that he had witnessed unidentified crafts on multiple occasions, both as a pilot and as an astronaut. 1950s and 60s astronauts were the footballers of their day.
Yeah.
You know, they were test pilots, they were fighter aces usually before that, or really good fucking pilots, because you've got to be a test pilot. Most of them are like Korean War fucking veterans. And they're all
man.
driving around in the fucking... Some car company basically paid, like, I'm not sure of a Mustang actually. Ford Mustangs, they gave them Mustangs. Because they were like, these guys are the fucking superstars of their day.
They certainly were. Because they were cool as fuck.
Well, that's it.
They wouldn't be into all this woke nonsense.
I can't see it. Buzz Aldrin would punch you for denying the moon landing. I mean, come on.
Shut up, fag. Bang. I was doing an impression, listener. Don't get upset.
No, Gordon Cooper was not a fringe figure. He was trusted enough to fly solo missions in orbit at a time when failure was off. Well, it was always fatal, wasn't it? Let's face it. If you have an issue in space, it usually tends to be fatal. Unless you're Apollo 13.
Right.
Then again, how many things have gone wrong that we don't know about?
Well, I heard a story the other day
We'd
about...
know about them, wouldn't we? Surely.
No, back in the early days, you know, the cosmonauts.
Well, not in
Oh, no,
Soviet
I mean-
Russia, but
Oh, I mean, like, you know,
Americans.
something goes wrong, but they don't die. They manage to tweak
right.
something.
Oh, yeah, they probably wouldn't hear about it.
They wouldn't tell us.
Close calls. We don't know how many monkeys they've killed.
Oh, hundreds, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Cosmo, did he come back?
I think Cosmo did. First over the dog the Russians sent.
He didn't come back, did he?
No.
Bastards. He could be out there somewhere.
Well, I hope so, but chances are the orbit just degraded and then he burned up in the atmosphere after running out of oxygen.
Or he was discovered by an interdimensional orb being.
I hope so.
That took him to a better place, and he's lived a great life.
I genuinely
space
hope
farm.
Yeah, on a space farm,
so. Yeah.
chasing space rats. I don't know.
Womp rats.
Probably evolved into Wookiees.
Maybe. Maybe that's where you get Wookiees
Is
from.
that the backstory?
No, it's in
of
the
Wookiees?
past.
Oh
A
yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, time, space.
Well, yeah. We go
It's
back
all
in
wibbly.
time, maybe.
It's a wibbly wobbly space time thing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's definitely a wibbly wobbly line. Edgar Mitchell, who you referenced earlier, Mike, Apollo 14 lunar module pilot. Now, he stopped short of claiming personal encounters, but he has insisted many times the UFO phenomena was real and not adequately explained.
Yep. The Podesta emails.
He also,
Remember
yes, I remember. He speaks a lot in that, doesn't he, about
Yeah.
this?
It's basically emailing him saying we should disclose to the public
Yeah.
about the aliens.
But he also,
We did go a bit insane, didn't he?
he was trying to do ESP experiments in space, so he's always been into this, even when he was doing it. I don't know. Hey, why should I write him off? He's still an astronaut. He's still considered sane enough to go into space.
Well, he was at the time.
Well, they'd do rigorous psychological testing, wouldn't they?
Well,
They
yeah,
want
but he
people
was in his
freaking out.
80s.
As we say, you could deteriorate afterwards, though, couldn't you? And just start babbling shit.
He was doing the ESP experiments in space when
Yeah.
he was the astronaut.
Oh, fair enough. Did he get any contact?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Apparently they hear music up there, don't they?
Yeah.
Musical notes. Universe makes a sound.
Wow.
Don't know why they wouldn't just tell us that. Weird though, isn't it? It's like one of them who was supposed to be on the Apollo mission when he come back, the one where they landed, he said he couldn't see any stars, doesn't remember seeing any stars. And then when he wrote his autobiography years later, he talks about the beautiful, bright, glistening stars.
Do you think he forgot?
Don't know.
Because you're not supposed to be able to see stars in
It's
space.
just weird. I think your memory changes though, doesn't it? He's remembering his retelling of a memory.
Because space is really bright. Because obviously the sun is just like fucking there. You're still very much within.
But what if you look the other way?
Well, if you look the other way, I suppose it all looks pretty black that way.
Then you'd see stars, surely.
Don't know, maybe the light of it from behind you is still too... I don't know.
I don't know. I know that's why they wear white, because it reflects the... This is fucking...
Yeah, it'd be daft to wear jet black, wouldn't it?
Yeah, look cool though.
It would look cool, but... Where's he gone? I thought he was on the end of the... Oh, fuck.
Gary!
Oops. Well, I'm not ringing his wife.
Now, skeptics argue that astronauts, like all humans, are susceptible to pareidolia, expectation bias, and the psychological effects of isolation and danger. Spaceflight is cognitively extreme, i.e., very, very mentally draining, isn't it? Taxing.
I would say it is a cognitively extreme thing to
Yeah,
do,
yes.
Strapping yourself to a giant bomb that travels... I mean, how fast does it go?
By the time the tail clears the tower, it's doing 200 miles an hour. And I think it gets up to 17,500 miles an hour.
Jesus Christ.
And if there's a problem and you don't explode, they have an emergency runway in Spain. It's so that they can just sort of use the momentum of the behind them to glide across the fucking Atlantic and land in Spain.
Nice.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, even trained observers can misinterpret reflections, ice crystals, or distant debris as structured objects. Human perception is not infallible. No. But that doesn't explain why some reports were never publicly addressed at all. So, with the Space Shuttle program came extensive onboard video documentation, because, it was a big thing, the shuttle, wasn't it?
Well, I'd imagine you'd want to film as much as possible, wouldn't you?
Well, you've got to
It's
justify
fucking
that budget. Because they cost a lot of money to make them things, and it was seen as a very big risk, because you're just talking about, we're just going to... Originally, they were talking about, we could do a couple of flights a day. We're like popping up there for a laugh kind of thing. This will make it really easy. And then obviously they did the first flight and realised that no, it still burns. It gets the fuck burnt out of it every time, and you're gonna need more than one. And it was a very expensive program, but worth it.
Why haven't we been back though? Everything on Earth since 1960 has got cheaper, except going to the moon.
Well, they went a lot of times, didn't they? There's only so much you can learn. Oh, we've got to,
They went up until the mid-70s.
I suppose. How much rock can you really study?
The public lost interest with it as well. It's like, we've done that now, and you keep going back. You know what attention spans are like. The viewing figures for the launches were just like dropping and dropping, and by the end they were just like, And you've got to justify that budget, haven't you? If no one's interested. Why spend the money? I mean, people keep saying, we'll go back. Didn't Biden say they were going to go back?
It's weird that Musk doesn't want to go there, isn't it?
He's going to have to, though, isn't he? If he wants to go to Mars, which is always the thing, he wants to send something. He wants to send a manned mission to Mars. Which has gone quiet on about that, really, hasn't he? He hasn't mentioned that a lot recently.
Still constantly testing
rockets.
Missiles.
You'd have to go to the moon because you'd want to you'd need a base up there because you burn so much fuel getting out of Earth's orbit. You'd need to refuel unless you've got some kind of infinite nuclear propulsion.
Warp speed.
Warp speed.
Yeah.
So suddenly the public can see what the astronauts saw, and what they saw, especially during night operations, was often strange. Objects appear as glowing orbs, some drifting slowly, others changing direction abruptly. A few seem to pulse or rotate. Have you ever seen the footage, and it is filmed from the shuttle, of this thing coming, this glowing orb, like going to enter the Earth's atmosphere?
Yeah.
And then this fucking thing shoots straight up from the Earth,
I've seen that,
and it veers right off.
Yeah.
Solar Warden, baby.
Tried to shoot that motherfucker.
Give it a warning shot. Fuck off. Earth isn't yours to conquer.
Yeah. Maybe that's what SpaceX is all about. Rockets that can go up, catch an orb, and then come back, and then he catches his rocket with his
giant
arm
hand.
system. Who knows?
That's it. Who can say?
Because why does he want the rockets to come back?
It's because they used to just ditch them,
Yeah, that's true.
didn't they? But if you can get it to come back down, you can use it again, I suppose.
Cheaper.
And it looks cool as fuck.
It does, but it's like a major fucking issue, though, isn't it? Because it's meant to push. You know, the idea is you push all the weight. It's all about weight, isn't it? More fuel you can pack in, boom, straight off. But then you've got to save enough fuel for it to gently glide itself back, and then put the extra little bit on to stop it, haven't you? It's extra weight that you could just use for thrust.
It's cool though, isn't it?
It's cool. I'm not gonna deny it.
The way it caught that big beautiful rocket. It was so beautiful.
Well, of course, NASA, never a straight answer. Explanations typically fall into one of three categories. Ice particles, venting byproducts, like, I don't know, imagine there's like a frozen turd just glinting in the sunlight and floating around. You're like, oh my god, it's a UFO! Look at it!
You've been tracking it for fucking...
You're tracking it for weeks, it's your frozen turd. Oh, and of course, camera problems. You know, in some cases, you know, these explanations are valid. There are ice crystals and stuff, and floating turds, and people have been dropping shit up there since we first started doing moonwalks.
Yeah.
There's a fucking car floating around up there
Playing David Bowie.
with David Bowie in the seat.
Yeah.
David Bowie's
David
corpse
Bowie's
in the
corpse.
seat.
Yeah.
Fuck ton of debris, isn't it?
Yeah, and eventually,
Satellites crash into each other.
we're gonna have to clean it up.
Yeah. With a big net.
You have to do something. Intergalactic trash men.
Nuke. That fixes everything.
It doesn't though.
Space nukes.
It's actually against international law to you have nuclear weapons in space.
Oh, that's probably a sensible idea. You don't drop one, do you?
If you put one in the atmosphere, you could EMP an entire country.
Come, nuclear bomb. Oh.
Won't happen. You're
I
fine.
wouldn't exactly welcome it, but
I wouldn't exactly
I wouldn't
welcome it.
exactly welcome it, but I wouldn't exactly be. I'd probably be a bit like, that figures.
I'm just going to be real unhappy if I'm at work when it happens, you know. I don't want to die at work.
I don't think it really matters. No one's going to remember that you died at
I
work,
don't
are
care.
they?
I'll know.
Everyone's dead.
If they bring me back as a hologram, I'll know. So, ice. Ice is the answer. Ice, ice, baby.
We should point out we don't mean the federal agency.
No. Depending on your political viewpoint, they might be the answer. For a lot of people, they won't be.
Especially not if you're illegal.
Well, ice particles reflect sunlight dramatically in space. Even a millimetre-sized fragment can appear enormous against the blackness. Thruster firings can cause debris clouds that drift and scatter. However, shuttle footage shows objects accelerating without visible propulsion, changing direction independently of shuttle movement, and maintaining formation-like spacing. Well, isn't that nice? They're putting on a little display for us as they go past, like the fucking alien red arrows.
Or maybe it's just, attack copters fly in formation, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. Might not necessarily be a nice display.
Well, I'm hoping it's. Hey, look at the humans. That's put on a show for them.
Well, we haven't been attacked, have we?
Unless solar warden's a thing, in which case,
we don't.
We don't know about.
Well, I bet some of the people with sore bottoms would say they've been attacked.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Whitney Stryber definitely would say that.
So would Betty and Barney.
It's just a bit of horseplay.
Now, Barney just got semen extracted. He didn't get probed. He had the suction cup, didn't he?
No, he got the good. He got the good option.
None of our craft have ever been shot down that we know of.
No.
There's your operative word, the phrase, though, isn't it? That we know of. You don't know many brave fucking Earthlings have lost their lives in the space war, Mike.
They may have interfered with a few nuclear missile launches.
They may have.
That's fucking with our equipment.
Whether that's for good or bad.
Vandalism, basically.
It is.
Intergalactic fucking vandals. They want sorting out.
Let's not forget the cattle mutilations.
That's weird.
That is weird. We've never done an episode on that. We've mentioned it and stuff, but we've never done a full-on investigative deep dive.
Although I wouldn't put it past some really, really weird person going around coring the anuses and taking the eyeballs.
Wasn't the anus being called a result of the baby black helicopter being born?
Possibly, yeah. Worming its way out.
Yeah, because the black helicopters for some reason mutilated cattle and then laid little baby helicopters in there, which would grow to be bigger black helicopters.
We should point out to anyone listening, because everything you've just said is going to sound intensely insane if they don't know.
It's usually what I say is like that anyway.
We did an episode where there's a theory out there that black helicopters are organic beings which are birthed. They start out as small as a wasp and they grow to be full adult black helicopters. Oh God. That was a good episode if I remember.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah. It was eye-opening, to say the least.
Yeah.
And so NASA's explanations rarely address these specific behaviours in detail. Physicists correctly note that orbital motion can appear non-linear from a fixed camera and that objects at different altitudes move at different velocities. Yes, alright, egghead. Boffin. Alright, boffin. Perspective shifts can simulate acceleration or course changes, but the counterpoint is also technically sound. It may presume every anomalous object fits around orbital models even when motion appears consistent with those models. So let's talk about the STS-75 tether incident.
Yes.
It's an accident that won't go away. In February 1996, Space Shuttle Columbia deployed a 12-mile-long conductive tether designed to study electrodynamic effects in Earth's ionosphere.
What do you want to do that for?
Oh, I don't know. If you'd have dragged me into the briefing for that.
You never fuck with the Earth's ionosphere.
I'd be like, you want me to let this thing out the arse of the shuttle and let it flap around a bit in space then, basically? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
12 mile though.
And all I've got... You mean I've trained all these years for my space shuttle to shit out a fucking tether?
You're still in space doing spacey things.
I know, but that doesn't interest me.
Well, the other options aren't firing laser cannons into the eyeballs of screaming death enemies. It's all boring science stuff. They're doing experiments up there and jogging.
Yeah, it was just dull, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no. You look out the window and see the entirety of humanity.
I'd spend a lot of time looking at the Earth.
A little speck.
I'd spend a lot of time doing that.
I'd spend a lot of time testing the Wi-Fi connection. Fat. Sorry. It's boring, like you say.
It doesn't mean you're just going to masturbate furiously until it's time to come home.
Anti-grav wanks are the best.
You just got to be careful how you spin as you ejaculate, and you...
It fires towards you. And you go, trying to wave your hands so you can avoid it. You could really ruin somebody's experiment, couldn't you?
You really could.
If you're able to silently do it at the other end of the lab and then you just watch it float towards them, and then as it gets right behind their head you shout, Dave! Oh, God!
Oh, I bet someone's done it.
You're an animal, what are you going to do?
This is how you end up naked, getting pushed out the outline. You've come full circle. They're not even going to waste a suit on you. No, we can use that again.
The card is too crusty.
How long was he jacking off in this suit for?
The minute I got there. I had to use something as a wank sock, didn't I?
Who the hell cleared him to come into space?
That's the thing of a brilliant scientist, but also just a massive pervert. I was able to keep it quiet.
Oh, you mean like the bloke from Armageddon? It was Steve Buscemi's character.
There you go.
You know, really clever at what he does, and a massive pervert.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'm a bit better looking than Steve Buscemi. Fuck me. Looks like a pug that's been backed over by a pickup truck.
Well, I'm just saying, just like the character.
Thanks.
So the tether snapped unexpectedly, leaving a long, glowing line drifting in space. And this alone was unusual, but not controversial. But what followed was the footage that sparked decades of debate. NASA's onboard camera captured the broken tether drifting away, surrounded by dozens of circular glowing objects. Now, these objects appeared to move independently. They passed behind and in front of the tether. They changed brightness and altered their trajectory. Some seemed to react when crossing the tether's path. The footage was broadcast publicly and then quietly archived.
Don't ask about them. We don't know.
They don't help themselves, do they?
No, they certainly don't. That's
Nothing
weird,
to
isn't it?
see here, but we'll just take it away so you can't see it again.
Yeah. So don't question it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they Photoshop clouds, for fuck's sake. Mars isn't as red as we're led to believe.
Madness, innit?
You know, they would put a fucking red filter on fucking photos of Mars to make us think it's more red than it is.
It is mental.
What are they hiding?
It's mad that we can see 4K footage from fucking Mars. Though.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking insane. I was thinking, but whenever there's a crime and they release a CCTV picture of somebody, it's like the grainiest shit you've ever seen in your life. And I'm watching fucking 4K HD direct beam from fucking Mars. And what's going on?
Well, their camera costs a lot more than the councils are prepared to shell out for a camera.
Fucking the council's ones are pointless.
I'm sure they do a lot of good in their own
Unless
way.
you're driving a bus lane, then their fucking cameras work.
Speaking of experience, there goes.
No. Moving on. Tether, orbs.
So NASA's official explanation states the objects were out-of-focus ice particles illuminated by sunlight appearing as discs due to camera aperture effects. And this explanation became canon. But it didn't convince everyone. Well, it's not convincing me, I've seen the footage.
Because, one of them towards the end is like, like a perfect circle with a little hole in the middle, and looks like there's things pulsing through it. Could be an ice particle. I mean, I'm no expert.
That's the trouble, innit? We're not clever enough to understand.
Because you can talk to me about apertures and all that. Okay.
Well, critics point out that some objects appear to pass behind the tether, which should not be possible if they were close to the camera. Several objects change direction mid-movement, and brightness changes seem correlated with proximity to the tether, like they cut it off and then scanned it. No, it's just a fucking tether. Oh. What are these monkeys doing?
Doing science.
They're doing science, but this is shit. What's this going to teach them? Nothing.
Well, isn't this the space equivalent of what's-his-face flying the kite in the storm?
Oh, Ben Franklin.
That's him, yeah. Was that him?
Yeah.
Is it similar? Just dangling a thing, see what it attracts?
No.
I don't really know. Testing stuff in the ionosphere. I don't know what they're testing. I don't know what they want to learn.
Yeah, that's it.
Probably something, I imagine, useful, or they wouldn't bother, would they, surely?
Yeah.
Well, they were using it to spy, reading all the...
Well, there is that.
Well, they don't need that, do they? Got remote viewers.
No, yeah, of course, at this point, yeah.
Got Yuri. Oh, don't
No,
get him
he was
started,
kicked
I'm
out
sorry.
because he failed all the
I
fucking
should never
things.
have mentioned him.
My nemesis.
Yuri Geller.
I'm going to get you a cameo for your birthday.
Yeah.
Hello, Ben.
Are you gonna
I
tell
send
him-
this spoon just for you.
Are you going to tell him all the stuff I've said?
What I'm going to do is describe to him what your room or your house looks like or something, and then he'll remote view it, and you'll be convinced. But I'll have told him.
Well, you just told me now, so I know.
Oh yeah, you'll forget. You're going to drink the rest of that.
What, the large bottle of rum
Yeah.
sat by my feet? I'm not swinging from the bottle, listener. There's a glass and Pepsi Max, and it's all very civilised.
Yeah.
He's not a rum pot.
So, independent analysts, moving away from my weekend alcoholism, independent analysis suggests that tether may have created an electromagnetic interaction that revealed or attracted something already present. NASA never publicly engaged with these critiques in depth.
They never do.
And, apparently the depth perception is deceptive in space.
I suppose you've got no objects nearby to sort of gauge
Frame
it.
of reference, I suppose, isn't it?
Camera focus, bloom and compression artifacts can create the illusion of depth. Brightness fluctuations may be purely optical, which is, plausible. But NASA did not release raw data that could conclusively settle the issue. Plausibility is not proof.
No, it's not.
This is the British justice system and there's no smoke without fire.
And if it was that, why didn't they release the proof?
Yeah, release the proof.
Yeah. It stops everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. Release the raw cut.
It's almost like they enjoy us speculating, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I bet I bet they make some money on merch.
If I worked at NASA, I would definitely be always reading forums and listening to podcasts and laughing.
I'd be posting anonymously on forums as like a NASA employee.
They've got no fucking idea.
You'd be leaking stuff.
No, I'd just be making shit up.
Well, there's people that do it. Joe Rogan's even said he's fairly certain there's people been on his show. He 100% knows they're bullshitting to him, but he just kind of humours it, and he often thinks they're sent purposely to muddy the waters, because it'll be a pilot or a former agent or somebody, and so I've heard some wild shit on there. You're like, can't be.
That's what they do, isn't it? It's been proven that they do that.
Is anyone truly a former agent?
Well, are you ever out?
That's it. That is it. Now, okay, there is a third option.
Aliens?
Electromagnetism, plasma, yeah. It's a middle ground between aliens and ice. They suggest that certain UFO-like phenomena may be plasma-based electromagnetic structures that form naturally in space under specific conditions. This could explain glowing orbs, sudden directional changes, and interaction with conductive materials like the tether. And if this is true, that would mean humanity has been misidentifying a natural but poorly understood space phenomena for decades. Unless, of course, you've been abducted by it.
What if the aliens are made of plasma?
What if they are the plasma?
Well, I heard a theory the other day that, so these particular type of aliens, let's say they don't have physical bodies, they're just plasma, but somehow, I don't know if, all the media that we've been fed telling us what aliens look like is so that we have a mental framework, so that when they abduct us in our minds, they use that framework so that we can understand them. We give them a body and because we've seen E.T.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be able to communicate or comprehend a ball of energy. Do you know what I mean? Because what the fuck's that? Hasn't got a mouth.
Hasn't got an arsehole.
Yeah.
Is that how you base your classification of a species? It's got an arsehole, it's alright.
It'll do me. I can get on with that. Plasma boy. Guys, did you try and fuck the plasma? No.
At
Why
that
are
point,
your pubes on fire?
you just have a stump. Just a cauterized stump.
You'd be so gutted, wouldn't you, if you could imagine these beautiful green-skinned... It's plasma? What the fuck? But it could be.
Can't fuck a transient arsehole.
It's just sexy plasma.
It changes shape every time I try and get in it.
Comes in and out of existence.
We've heard about this one.
But if plasma life-like structures exist, why are they not a major research focus? Why are encounters downplayed? And why is the public narrative still, quote, nothing unusual? plasma explosions do not eliminate conspiracy, it just relocates it a bit to the left or the right.
Explanation.
And of course, you know, military interests. NASA's not the only actor in space.
No.
China, Russia, India,
Japan.
Of course, you've got US Space Force now as well. Classified satellites and international defence programmes operate under secrecy that NASA does not control. Objects observed by astronauts may intersect with black projects, experimental platforms, or surveillance systems, i.e., it's Solar Warden. It's our own shit, and NASA just does not know.
Yeah.
Was not allowed to say.
Yeah, 'cause maybe the tether broke off and then Solar Warden kicked in and sends its probing orbs.
Yeah.
What the fuck's this? Do we need to blow it up? No.
They never told us they were dropping a massive tether out of that shore today. Maybe they cut it, they didn't like what they might find.
Yeah, maybe they didn't like the info. Just shoddy engineering all round. It's probably still up there somewhere.
It probably is, just floating about, unless it's come down and burnt up.
That's true.
But this does create a powerful incentive to dismiss anomalies publicly, even if they are privately acknowledged. And silence is not a proof of secrecy. Is it? So, just because they don't say nothing doesn't mean they're keeping a secret, they might just not know.
That's very true.
Governments classify many things that have nothing to do with aliens. The absence of information does not imply extraterrestrial intelligence, although it's weird they're keeping quiet.
Yeah, like I said, if it is what they say, just release the data so they can prove it.
Yeah.
Move on then.
Yeah, we can all forget about it. We can move on to the next thing.
Maybe they genuinely haven't got a fucking clue.
They just don't want to
They
admit
say
it.
that,
Could be.
And, despite decades of footage, testimony and analysis, no definite answer has emerged. Shitter, innit?
It is a bit.
Ice explains some motion, optics explains some visuals, plasma explains behaviour, not any intent, aliens explain intent but not evidence, and the unresolved remainder is where conspiracy thrives. And the most uncomfortable possibility is not that aliens are visiting Earth, it's that we do not fully understand our environment beyond the atmosphere.
I think there's shit ton we don't know.
Oh, God,
We think we know everything, but we fuck.
We don't, of course we're not, I guess that's why they're dropping tethers out of fucking space shuttles to, let's see what we can get.
Well, yeah, obviously, the more data you get, the more you understand things, isn't it?
Yeah. And scientific, governmental and cultural favour certainty over curiosity. So, culturally we're all like, it's fucking aliens. Scientifically, like, we haven't got a clue. And the government's like, hey, it's our shit.
Yeah. What I don't
Could be all
understand
three.
Is why scientists around the world aren't fucking like, okay, it might not be aliens, but find out what the fuck it is, like the Tic Tac UFO and all that shit. And
it's definitely something weird. Definitely a floaty, jellyfish type circle thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a trick. That's how it appears on the camera because of space, light, apertures, things I don't understand.
Yeah, we don't care about things you don't understand.
But then if that could be explained, like we've said, then come on, science people.
Come on, boffins.
Yeah, come on, boffins.
Get round the table, sort this out.
Get buffining, and tell me what's going on. Because what I see is weird, floaty fucking space orbs. It's all just weird and creepy.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's weird, and it's like Neil deGrasse Tyson. A lot of stuff he's quite knowledgeable on. But when it comes to aliens, it's like, it's like, oh, I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's aliens, and that's it. You're a scientist. It's your curiosity.
It's not aliens. Impossible. The stupidest thing he's ever said, and he's right to call him out on it. He said on the Joe Rogan show, "Why would they be interested in us?"
I know, how stupid.
Yeah.
Well, and like Joe Rogan, who's just a comedian, was like, "Why the fuck do we study ants?"
Yeah.
Like, what if you're a scientist? What a fucking thing to say. Dickhead.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
He's just got to be right, and he's got to have this. I can't bear Neil. I used to really like him, but he's fucking smug prick, isn't he?
He used to.
He is
everything.
smug.
He's always got to have a fucking opinion on everything.
Apart from aliens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the physics in that superhero movie are all out. You're like,
Oh.
no one gives a fuck, mate. It's a film.
And every Christmas he has to tweet how impossible it would be to be Santa.
Yeah.
With some maths, and you're like, no one likes you, man.
If you're tweeting how physically impossible Santa is on Christmas Eve, I think you're a bit of a cunt. What if children see that?
Yeah, he's not a fun guy.
Well,
is he?
someone think of the children.
Someone think of the children. No, I'm not a fan of it. He used to be. But it's like you say, Mike, he's just got this really smug, uncurious, like, nope, physics, aliens, no, impossible. We know everything. Science.
Totally bizarre,
Like,
isn't it? Totally.
Fuck off. He's like one of these archaeologists who are like, no, everything's, no, that's how old it is, but we've dug up a new, no,
Yeah.
no.
No, it doesn't fit in with the model.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that we discover new stuff from the fringes of science that's once ridiculed and then becomes...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, rocketry, for example, the whole, Jack Parsons and his boys pissing around with shit, they were ridiculed. Oh, you'll never get one of them to work, it's a firework. Now they're putting shit into space with it.
Yeah.
All considered lunacy.
Yeah, madness, innit? But he must know that.
Yeah. But no, clearly not. He's just that setting is this is what's right.
He's got that type of ego though, hasn't he, where he can't, I don't think he could bear to be ridiculed by his fellow science.
That is a problem
Do
in
you
the
know what I
scientific
mean?
community, isn't it?
I don't want to say anything wilder out there.
Yeah.
Cause,
Then you get ostracised,
yeah.
not invited to the dinners with all the other physicists and shunned.
But how does that explain Avi Loeb? Because he's out there going, that's the Atlas, mate, that's a fucking alien spaceship.
Yeah, and everyone, all the other scientists think he's a nutter.
Yeah, but he's still head of something at Harvard.
Yeah, but Neil deGrasse Tyson gets all the presenting jobs, doesn't he? And
The talk shows.
you know, yeah, whenever you need a scientist, he's your man.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to go goofy, does he? But he's just a prick anyway. Fuck him.
I'd hate it if there was an asteroid coming towards Earth and we couldn't stop it and they put Neil deGrasse Tyson on as a scientist to explain it. I'd fucking hate that. It's bad enough news as it is. You're like, no, you're all going to die. That's it. Doesn't matter where you are, you're all dead.
So it'd be like you've got...
These Brian Cox could dress it up a bit.
You've got a 0.6% chance of survival.
Lol.
At least Brian Cox would play things going to get better at the end.
Well,
Oh,
he's
Brian
another
Cox
one.
every day, innit?
I like him, but he's another one who's like, he's proper just like, nope.
He at least
No.
is open to
I think he's a bit
aliens.
more open than deGrasse Tyson.
Don't know, I've seen him, he's got no time for conspiracy theorists.
Well, no.
So,
No.
like, he's like, or he won't even entertain the thought.
But at the same time, he is proper clever though, isn't he? I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
smarter than deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's all above me anyway.
And he was a keyboardist in D-Ream.
That's it.
It is above you, it's in space.
Hey. So,
So, the STS-75 tether incident, it could have been debris, it could have been plasma, it could have been something else entirely, it could have been aliens. Whatever it was not conclusively resolved, and until anomalies are investigated with transparency rather than dismissal, UFO encounters in space will remain what they have always been. Not proof of extraterrestrial life, but proof that the universe is still capable of surprising us and that we may not be as informed as we think. Well, we're not, are we?
well, that's the truth, isn't
We,
it?
we, if us three sat here can figure that out, then why can't the big knobs sat around the table talking about shit?
Well, they've got a lot of money on the line, haven't they? Funding.
Their
and
reputation, as we discussed
all
earlier,
that
yeah.
silly shit. So, speaking of that, shall we get off the fence with the tether orbs?
Well, you
Well, I'm not. I've got to be on the fence, haven't you? That's where I am.
never get off the fence. How far are you off the fence with the idea that aliens are visiting, or extraterrestrial objects, UAPs are visiting the Earth? I'm intrigued. I mean, what percentage are you off the fence?
Percentage off.
Yeah. What percentage of your buttocks is off the fence?
I would definitely say a good 70%.
Wow, that's actually quite.
Yeah.
That's a lot for
You're
you.
teetering.
You're
Yeah.
teaching. You are literally at a tipping point.
Yeah.
You're clinging.
Where are you, Gaz?
Just almost 100, I'd say. Yeah.
I'm like 99.99999. It's just been too much of it over the years. Not everybody's mad. I mean, I get that there's a lot of.
Well, they're not
Still-
mad, just misidentifying, isn't it?
But also, some people that you see who are giving witness testimony to something are fucking full of shit. Because it's a very lucrative gravy
Yeah.
train nowadays.
But I believe Bob Lazar.
You see, that's the thing. I kind of do believe Bob Lazar.
But then he could have been set up. I'm not saying he was,
Yeah,
but he,
no, it's true. He could have been, but I believe him.
yeah.
That whole element 115 is a weird thing with him, isn't it? Because he came out about that and said they've got this element called element 115, and we're trying to synthesize it. It's what powers the crafts, and all of a sudden,
And then it became a thing.
it becomes a thing.
Yeah, well, that's not that hard, is it?
I mean,
People speculate things like the Higgs boson and all that.
I
But
know,
then,
but-
and when we found it afterwards,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not, I don't think that's out of the realms of, you know. Well,
yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I do believe Bob. I'm less happy with Louis Elizondo's claims sometimes.
what do you think of the orbs? What do you think the orbs were on the tether?
Oh, it's aliens, mate. You know that.
like you say, could have been plasma, ice crystal. I don't know.
Or is it living plasma?
I don't know enough about these things.
I'm going to go aliens.
Aliens.
So I'm on the fence, I'm afraid.
Fair enough.
Well, that concludes our show.
Yes, look out for plasma balls.
Look out for plasma balls indeed. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Ben. Do as thou wilt. Remember that love is a law and every single one of you is a star.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
I've been Gaz, free Biff Tannen. Goodbye.